Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Emily.
And I am Paul. Hello to all our listeners.
Paul, I have to be honest with you. I am feeling a little bit nervous today. My palms are sweaty and my heart is beating fast.
Oh no, Emily. Are you okay? Did you drink too much coffee?
No, it is not the coffee. It is our topic today. Just thinking about it makes me stressed. Today, we are talking about job interviews.
I understand completely. Job interviews are very stressful. It feels like a test, but a test where people are staring at your face.
Exactly. It is terrifying, but it is also necessary. If we want to work in an English-speaking environment, we have to pass the interview. So, Paul, can you help us survive this?
I can do better than that. I can help you succeed. We're going to break this down into simple steps. We will talk about the vocabulary, the questions, and even the body language.
That sounds like a lifesaver. So, where do we start? Do we start when we walk into the room?
No, we start way before that. We start at home. We start with the paperwork. There are two very important words here, resume and CV.
I always get these confused. What is the difference?
Good question. In the USA, they almost always use the word resume. It is a short document, usually one page, that lists your work history and skills.
Okay, resume equals USA, short and sweet.
Exactly. In the UK, Europe, and many other places, they use the term CV. This stands for curriculum vitae.
That sounds Latin.
It is Latin. It means course of life. A CV can be a little bit longer and more detailed than a resume. But for most jobs, people use the words to mean the same thing, the paper that gets you the interview.
Okay, so I have sent my resume. I have applied for the job. By the way, is that the right phrasal verb? Apply for?
Yes, perfect. You apply for a job. And the person who applies is called the candidate or the applicant.
So I am the candidate, and the scary person asking the questions is the interviewer.
Correct. So imagine the interviewer calls you. They say, "We want to meet you." Now you have to prepare. You cannot just walk in blind.
Walk in blind. That means going in without knowing anything?
Yes, you must do your homework.
Homework? But I finished school years ago.
Not school homework. I mean research. You must research the company. You need to look at their website. What do they sell? Who are their customers? What is their mission?
Their mission? Like a James Bond mission?
A little bit. A company's mission statement explains why they exist. For example, Google's mission is to organize the world's information. If you know the mission, you can use that in your answers. It shows you care.
That is a great tip. It makes you look smart. Okay, so I have done my research. Now it is the day of the interview. What do I wear?
This is crucial. You need to dress appropriately. The standard style is often called business casual or smart casual.
I love the phrase smart casual, but I never know what it means. It sounds like a contradiction. Smart, but casual?
It's a balance. You don't need a tuxedo or a ball gown, but no jeans and no t-shirts. For men, maybe a shirt with a collar and nice trousers. For women, a blouse and dress pants or a skirt. You want to look professional, neat, and tidy.
Okay, clean shirt, no jeans. Got it. So I arrive at the office. I walk through the door. I see the interviewer. What do I do with my body?
You need to master the handshake.
The handshake. It seems simple, but it can go wrong.
It can go very wrong. You don't want a dead fish handshake.
A dead fish? That sounds gross.
It is gross. A dead fish handshake is when your hand is weak and floppy. It feels terrible. But you also don't want a bone crusher.
That's when you squeeze too hard and break their fingers?
Exactly. You want a firm, confident handshake. Look them in the eye, smile, and shake hands firmly. It sets the tone. It says, I am confident.
Okay, firm hand, eye contact, smile. Now, usually, before the hard questions start, there's a little bit of chatting.
Yes, we call this small talk.
Small talk is actually really hard for learners. We study big grammar, but we don't study how to chat about the weather.
It is very important. The interviewer wants to know if you are a nice person to work with. They might ask, did you have any trouble finding us?
That is a classic question. What should I say? Yes, I got lost 3 times.
No. Even if you got lost, keep it positive. Say something like, no trouble at all. Your directions were excellent. Or, it was very easy to find. Thank you.
Okay, keep it positive. What if they talk about the weather? It's raining cats and dogs out there.
Just agree and pivot. Say, yes, it is terrible weather, but I'm glad to be inside now. Just be friendly and polite. This phase is about breaking the ice.
Breaking the ice. That means making everyone feel comfortable and relaxed.
Precisely. Once the ice is broken, the interviewer will sit down, look at your resume, and ask the first big question. This is the question that everyone dreads.
Let me guess. Is it tell me about yourself?
That is the one. Tell me about yourself.
I hate this question. I never know what to say. Do I tell them where I was born? Do I tell them the name of my cat? Do I tell them I like pizza?
Please do not talk about your cat or the pizza. This is the biggest mistake people make. They think tell me about yourself means tell me your life story.
So they don't want to know about my childhood.
No, they're hiring an employee, not a best friend. When they say tell me about yourself, they actually mean tell me about your professional journey and why you're good for this job.
Ah, that changes everything. So I need a structure.
Yes, I teach a simple formula. Past, present, future.
Past, present, future. Can you explain that?
Sure. Start with the present. Who are you now? For example, I am currently a customer service manager with 5 years of experience in the retail industry.
Okay, that is a strong start. Then the past.
Yes. Mention your previous experience or education that is relevant. For example, before this, I worked as a sales assistant where I learned how to solve client problems quickly.
And then the future.
This is the most important part. Connect it to this job. And now, I am looking to take the next step in my career and join a forward-thinking company like yours.
Wow, that sounds so professional. It's like a story, but a business story.
Exactly. It's your elevator pitch. Short, relevant, and impressive.
I love that. So, no cats, no pizza, just professional history.
Unless you're applying for a job as a pizza chef or a cat sitter, then maybe mention them.
Good point. Okay, so we have answered the first question. We are feeling good, but then comes the next section. The interviewer wants to know what I can actually do.
Yes, they will ask about your skills and experience.
I often hear the terms hard skills and soft skills. What's the difference?
Hard skills are technical things you learn. For example, I can speak Spanish. I can use Photoshop. Or I can drive a forklift. These are measurable.
Okay, and soft skills?
Soft skills are about your personality and how you work with people. Things like, communication, teamwork, time management, or problem solving.
I see. And which ones are more important?
Usually, you need a mix of both, but often employers value soft skills very highly because they're harder to teach. They can teach you how to use their software, but they can't teach you how to be a nice person.
That is true. So when they ask, what are your skills, I should give examples of both?
Yes, but here's the trick, Emily. Don't just make a list. Don't just say, I'm organized, friendly, and hardworking.
Why not? That sounds good.
Because anyone can say that. It's boring. You need to prove it. You need to give an example.
An example. Okay, so instead of saying, I'm a problem solver, what should I say?
You should tell a tiny story. This is very common in interviews. We call them behavioral questions.
Behavioral questions. Is that when they ask, tell me about a time when?
Exactly. Tell me about a time when you solved a difficult problem. Or tell me about a time when you made a mistake.
I panic when I hear those. My mind goes blank. I forget everything I have ever done in my life.
That is normal. That is why you prepare your stories before the interview. We use a method called the STAR method.
STAR, like the thing in the sky? STAR?
Yes, it is an acronym. It stands for situation, task, action, result.
Okay, that sounds a little technical. Can we break it down?
Of course. Let's take the problem-solving question. First, situation. Describe the context. In my last job, our computer system crashed on the busiest day of the year.
Ooh, drama. That is a good situation.
Then, task. What did you need to do? I needed to keep the customers happy and process their orders.
Okay, and action?
This is the most important part. What did you do? I quickly created a paper system to write down orders, and I offered every customer a free cookie while they waited.
A free cookie. That is a good action. I would be happy.
Me too. And finally, result. What happened in the end? The result was that we didn't lose any sales, and the customers left a positive review.
I see. So it is a complete story with a happy ending. Situation, task, action, result.
Exactly. If you use this structure, you will never ramble. You will sound focused and logical.
Ramble. That means talking too much without a point, right?
Yes, nervous people ramble. Prepared people use the STAR method.
I am going to tattoo STAR on my hand so I don't forget.
Maybe just write it in your notebook. By the way, it is okay to bring a notebook to an interview.
Really? It doesn't look like cheating?
No, it looks professional. It shows you are prepared and you are listening. You can have your questions written down in there too.
That is a relief. I can write, don't talk about cats in big letters.
Whatever helps you remember. Now, usually, after discussing your skills, the interviewer will move to the section that makes people the most uncomfortable. They want to know about your flaws.
Oh no, you mean the question, what is your greatest weakness?
Yes, that is the one. It is a trap.
It feels like a trap. If I say I am lazy, I don't get the job. But if I say I work too hard, I sound like a liar.
Exactly. I'm a perfectionist or I work too hard are terrible answers. The interviewer has heard them a million times. They know it's fake.
So what is the secret? How do we answer this without looking bad?
The secret is to be honest but fixable. You choose a real weakness, but a small one. And then, this is the key, you explain how you are working to improve it.
Can you give me an example? Because I'm really stuck on this.
Sure. Imagine you're not very good at public speaking. You could say, to be honest, I sometimes get nervous when speaking in front of large groups.
That's honest. But doesn't that make you look weak?
Not if you add the second part. You immediately say, however, I know this is important. So I have joined a local speaking club to practice, and I am already feeling much more confident.
Ah, I see what you did there. You turned a negative into a positive. You showed that you were trying to learn.
Exactly. Employers love people who want to learn and improve. It shows self-awareness.
Self-awareness. That is a great quality. Okay, Paul, I feel like we are halfway through the interview. We have done the greeting, the tell me about yourself, the skills, and the weakness.
We have. But we still have to talk about the trickiest questions, the ones where they ask about salary, and the moment at the end where you have to ask the questions.
Oh, the money question. That is so awkward. I never know how to ask for money without sounding greedy.
It is not greedy, Emily. It is business. You have to change your mindset. You are providing a service, and they are paying for it. But you do have to be smart about how you answer. If they ask, what are your salary expectations? Do not give one specific number immediately.
Why not? I thought being direct was a good thing.
Usually, yes, but with salary, it is a trap. If you say a number that is too high, they might think they can't afford you and just stop the process right there. You price yourself out of the job.
Okay, that makes sense. And if I say a number that is too low?
Then you lose money. You might leave thousands of dollars on the table because they would have happily paid you more. You don't want to undervalue your skills.
It feels like a lose-lose situation. So what do I say?
You give a salary range.
A range, like between this number and that number.
Exactly. But you need to do your homework first. Before the interview, research the standard pay for that job title in your city. Then, when they ask, you can say, based on my research and the responsibilities of this role, I am looking for a salary in the range of $40,000 to $50,000.
Okay, that sounds professional. It shows I know the market.
Correct. And here is a pro tip. Always add the phrase, depending on the benefits package.
Oh, I like that. Because salary isn't just the paycheck, right? It's insurance, vacation days, bonuses.
Precisely. And if you are still nervous about picking numbers, use the magic word, negotiable.
My salary expectations are negotiable.
Yes, that is a great phrase. It shows you're flexible and willing to discuss the total value you bring to the team. It keeps the door open for conversation.
Okay. Range, benefits, and negotiable. Got it. Now, usually, at the very end, the interviewer closes their notebook, looks at me, and asks, do you have any questions for us?
Emily, listen to me. This is the final test, and there is only one wrong answer.
Is the wrong answer no?
Yes. Never, ever say, no, I'm good, or you covered everything.
Why? Isn't it polite to just let them finish? They're probably busy people.
It feels polite, but it sends the wrong signal. If you say you have no questions, it looks like you're not interested. It looks like you lack curiosity or didn't prepare. You must ask at least one or two questions.
But what if my mind goes blank? What if I don't know what to ask?
Prepare them in advance. Write 3 questions in your notebook before you even leave your house.
What kind of questions?
Ask about the future of the team or the culture. For example, a very strong question is, what does success look like in this role for the first 90 days?
Oh, that is good. It shows I am thinking about actually doing the job and succeeding.
Exactly. Or ask, what are the biggest challenges this team is facing right now?
That sounds like I want to help solve their problems.
It does. It ends the interview on a high note. Then you smile, shake hands again, remember, firm grip, no dead fish, and leave the room.
Whew. Is it over then? Can I finally go home and sleep?
Almost. There is one final professional touch. You must send a follow-up email.
A follow-up email? When? Immediately after I walk out?
No, give it a little space. Send it the next morning, within 24 hours. Just a short, professional email.
What should it say?
Keep it simple. Dear interviewer name, Thank you for your time yesterday. I really enjoyed discussing the role and learning more about the team. I look forward to hearing from you.
That is very polite. It reminds them who I am while they're making their decision.
Precisely. And if you discussed something specific, like a shared interest or a specific project, mention that too. It sets you apart from the other candidates who just went home and waited by the phone. And that, Emily, is how you survive a job interview in English.
You know what, Paul? I actually feel much better. The mystery is gone. I think I'm ready to update my resume.
That's great to hear. You can put podcast host on your resume now too.
I will. Thank you, Paul. And thanks to everyone for listening. Good luck with your interviews.
Good luck, everyone. See you next time.